Hello, hopeful friends. It's on to page 6 and today's day 37 of the 100-day project 2025. I'm going to be using this hole punch. If you've been watching my Quart of Hope Cornwall videos, you'll see last week I used this punch to create some holes in my papers for my English paper piecing, and it actually created little hearts rather than holes, which was lovely. So I made some confetti. So I thought this week I will make some different coloured ones out of my scrap gold, and then I can just stick those onto my background. And any that I don't use, well, that can just go in my little pot as confetti. And as I showed you last week, this has got a little trap door so it doesn't go all over the place, which is lovely. You don't waste any. I think that's enough for now. That definitely won't go to waste. I'll use that for something else, and it's also given me an idea for tomorrow. Now, the fiddly bit. I've got to make sure these are whole hearts, not just bits. Oh, and I think there's a few paper ones left from before that I didn't take out of the trapdoor, but I have enough gold ones to do what I want to do, I think. So these are quite tiny, so what I'm going to do is use a little dotting tool. You could use a cocktail stick or anything really tiny, and I'm just going to place some random dots on my background hexagon. This is just PVA glue, school glue. And then I could use my dotting tool again to pick up the hearts, but I'm actually going to use my silicone tool, which you saw me use last week when I was making my polymer clay moons, when I was pressing it into the fold, or the mould even. The fold of the mould. I need to work fairly quickly because those dots of PVA are very small and they'll dry quite quickly. Now, am I going to have enough hearts? The hardest bit's to get them the right way round. Oh, I knew that would happen. Have to have at least one go wrong, don't you? I think that's quite a fun technique. Day 38. And yesterday you saw me cut out some confetti with this little contraption, and today I'm going to cut out little hearts again from gold card, but I'm actually going to use the background this time. That leaves me with some more confetti for another time, and that's quite cute. Day 39. I found an quite old roll of wallpaper, and there was a little tear in the corner, so I carried on with the tear. Love the texture of this. It's a golden brown on the back, which is starting to show through a little bit as it's so old, so I thought it would make a nice textured hexagon for today. Quite like this one as it is, but I was cutting out my spare for my other project, which I haven't told you about yet, and I thought, wouldn't it be nice if I added some colour onto it? Well, I've cut out the spare one anyway. I'm going to use some of my Inca Gold, just a tiny amount, and I'm going to take it out with my well, it's not a spatula, it's my little dotting tool, because sometimes if you get your fingers on there it can get some bacteria in it and it's not quite so nice. So soften it up on my fingers. And I know I need to be quite gentle with this because I don't want to lose any of the texture. It's a bit messy, but that's part of the fun, isn't it? Day 40. And I have this padded envelope that I had to open fully to get at what was inside. I think I might have to glue this down, but I'm going to give it a go. Yeah, that's going to need gluing down. So I could leave it clear. Just use the bubble wrap. Ooh. Let's do both. So I think on this one I'll use some PVA. Back to good old fingers again. Yep, I should be able to get my spare one out of that too. I think I'll let that one dry and that could be for tomorrow. Once again, I'll resort to Inca Gold. Try it a little bit differently today. I think I'll try it on my silicone tool. I'm doing enough so that I've got my spare. Although this is an experiment, I don't really want to have to do it twice. A bit different and a bit of fun. Right, let's let that dry for a minute. Well, I've already cut one out. I've got to press record. There's two, because I forgot to film the first one. Back to my bubble wrap. Now, I glued this yesterday, as you may remember, and I've left it overnight to dry, but it hasn't dried very well. So I think I'll just cut it out and then I'll re-glue it. You see, it's stuck a little bit, but not all of it. So I'll just use my PVA again. Yesterday's I did the paint on the textured side of the bubble wrap. This time this is the flat side and the bubbles are connected to the white backing, so it's a different look. Day 42, and I'm going to use just some simple peel-offs that I've had a long time in my bits and bobs box and onto black card. And of course I'll use all these little bits, so I'll put them back where they came from. Day 43. Just a simple flower. A simple flower with some simple leaves. we're on to page 6. I did this one twice and it still needs a little bit more. Now, I love the look of this bubble wrap with Inca Gold, but the Inca Gold is very quickly sort of crumbling off or flaking off. So I wouldn't recommend it, but it's done now. And this one has taken quite well because the anaglypta paper just gripped onto the Inca Gold, but because that was plastic and shiny, it's rejecting it, I think. I've just thought I'm nearly out of PVA in my little jar, so I need to top that up. But I wonder if I can seal some of that Inca Gold in with my PVA. It's worth a try. I am putting it on quite thickly because I don't want to press down with it with my brush, otherwise the brush will just get covered in gold and the bubbles will probably pop. So I might end up with a completely different look, but never mind, it's all fun. It's part of the process. And that is going to take quite a while to dry, isn't it? So, cup of tea, as it's Sunday night. I've got a stitch along. YouTube is starting at 6 o'clock, so I'll probably watch that and then I'll come back and have a look at it. It's 2 hours later and it still hasn't dried, but as you can see, it's starting to dry clear around the edges. So I'm going to call that done for today. Otherwise, I will never get this video edited and uploaded on Sunday night, which is what I want to do. I will try and put a photograph once it's dried onto the front of my YouTube video. You can usually do that after it's uploaded when you edit it. If not, this is it. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Meanwhile, stay hopeful.